Richie on the phone. Hi, Mr. Priest. I've been thinking about you all day. The father and the uncle is right there saying, yeah. Tell him you miss him. I miss you. Love bugs. Hello there, Bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, subscribe, and visit uptopbeauty.com. Today's looky would be our lovely heart earrings. Love. And if you are not already a part of our book club, please remember to hit the Patreon link below and or the join button here on the YouTube. And for a small monthly fee of $5, you babies, yes you, can be privy to all the shenanigans before the YouTube gets it, if the YouTube gets it. Now, let's continue talking about Richard Pryor convictions and other life sentences. The official autobiography. I lost my virginity courtesy of Mr. Spinks. Spinks was a local player, a pimp, and a dealer. He defined the word jive. He lived with this beautiful lady named Penny, who reminded me of Ava Gardner and often crept into my horny imagination. One day, I ventured over to their house knowing that Spinks was out doing his things and that I could have Penny all to myself. I didn't expect to do anything more than talk or do weird, disgusting things to her in my mind. I wasn't alone with her for 10 minutes before Penny asked me to do some of the stuff I was thinking about. Feel her titties, grab her ass. As I complied, my ding-a-ling showed its appreciation. But it didn't know what to do once I got to that point, which was embarrassing. You never hunched anyone before, have you, baby? She asked. Never mind getting into a girl's panties. I'd never been in a girl's house. Come on over here, Penny said. I'm going to show you what they do when the doors close. And she did. She said, just put it in there. Yeah, right there. Now, up and down. I did what she said. Hold on. This is being real creepy to me. Now, I know Richard Pryor is a willing participant, but bruh, it's kind of, because you know he a little boy and she a grown-ass woman. It's like, it's making me feel like I'm watching all Kelly tape all over again. She hunched me good. Afterwards, I understood why that man had been on top of my mother, getting the vagina just like me. Then Spinks came home. I was in the bathroom when I heard the door open and close. Then I heard him say, hi to Penny. Oh, shiz. He wanted to make small talk. He asked what was going on. I listened, my ear to the door as I pulled on the rest of my clothes and wondered how I was going to get the F out of here. But I couldn't move. I was too scared. Come on out of there, Spinks said. Was he talking to me? Then I heard pounding on the bathroom door. Rich, get the heck out of there. I didn't say a word. Listen, boy, get the F out of there. I prepared to get clobbered, maybe even killed. Then I opened the door and braced for the worst. After nothing hit me, I slowly opened my eyes. Spinks and Penny were on the sofa staring at me. Their grins were the size of Chevys. The embarrassment I felt then was even worse than not knowing what to do with my boner. Hi, I said sheepishly. Thanks. I gotta go. See ya. Thinking about it now, I can see that Spinks probably told her to do that to me. Not that I was complaining. My folks gave me a chance at something better by putting me into Catholic school where I thrived. I made friends. I got straight A's. I showed promise. The teachers were impressed. They thought I was smart and encouraged me to aim high. Then someone found out about the family business and they blew my chance. They gave me the boot, kicked my ass out into the cold. I was crushed by this inexplicable rejection by people who professed love and forgiveness. Why'd they kick me out of school? I asked my grandma. Nothing, baby, she said. Some people just don't know wrong from right, even though they think they wrote the book. Mama left it to me to discover that the world overflowed with hypocrisy, and it didn't take long. Despite being expelled from Catholic school, I was forced by my stepmother to continue going to catechism on weekends. One Saturday, a priest came on to me like a girlfriend. He snuck up on me and gave me a smooch on the lips. I ran home, bawling and heaving the whole way, but especially hard as I told and retold the story. See, I was in church, right? I explained. And the guy there gave me some smooches. Where, my daddy said, smooches on the lips? Where were you? My Uncle Dickie asked. In the church. Now, who kissed you, baby? My grandma wanted to know. You said a man kissed you? Uh-huh. Yeah, the priest. Now, I knew it was serious when everyone gasped after I identified the molester as a priest. What else, honey? Well, Mama, after he kissed me, he said that he'd like to call me someday. I saw my dad and uncle past the point of being angry. Both held their laughter. And what you say? I said, call me tonight, later tonight. And then I ran like hell, I said. So here we go. The baby then came home, okay? The baby all exasperated, told you the situation. Grandma, the priest down there to the church, you know, he's supposed to be taking my confession, but he ended up sucking face with me. The grandma, women, we tend to be, you know, more level-headed in certain situations, okay? But she was very upset about the situation. Actually talked to the aunties about, you know, how they should handle the situation because, like I said, women are more level-headed, okay? They thinking about, okay, we can't let this ninja do this to more children, right? We're going to have to figure something out. Meanwhile, the dad and the uncle is like, yes. Woo, this has been to be a money grab. This has been to be a money grab. We about to take all that Catholic church money. So this is what you're going to do, little Richie, okay? When he call you tonight, okay, you going to be, you know, all sweet to him saying, yeah, I know you want this body. I know you want to kiss me. Ooh, I want to kiss you too, Mr. Priest Man. I want to kiss you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That was the daddy and the uncle's idea, okay? So later on that night when the grandma was in the other room, because you know the grandmother wouldn't have nothing to do with no, you know, shenanigans like this. We try to protect our baby and make sure no other children get touched too by that white priest down there, okay? Y'all trying to get some money. Little Richie on the phone. Hi, Mr. Priest. I've been thinking about you all day. The father and the uncle is right there saying, yeah. Tell him you miss him. Tell him you miss him. Go. I miss you. Richard Pryor said his voice was so soft and sweet, you would have thought it was on a cotton swab. He was like, oh, I was giving him that what for? Trying to hold down his laughter, still not understanding why in the hell are we doing this? Grandmother came out the back and was like, what the hell is going on here? What are you doing? Who the hell are you on the phone with? I heard the excitement in his voice. We cooed sweet nothings back and forth like that for a few minutes. I sensed my dad and uncle's scheme working. Suddenly, my grandmother heard what was going on and called a halt to the charade from her bedroom. Don't do that to that boy, she hollered. Her loud, booming, angry voice threw me off the script and ended my lovey-dovey conversation with the priest before the crucial meeting was set. My dad and uncle scrambled into the kitchen. They made me promise to call him back. But then Grandma Marie yelled for us to get our asses into the bedroom and asked what the hell we were up to. My father and Dickie denied everything, but I caved. Mama, I don't want to do this, I said. Mama shook her head in disgust and ordered us to put an end to the scheming. It was disappointing. We had the priest hooked, however. She wanted us to throw him back as if he were a small bass. Then she urged forgiveness. Richard, My grandmother said, you've got to understand that everybody's human. I understood humanity when I was 32. I didn't understand before, but I understood. You know, when you have government officials, people that were elected, people that we pay our tax money, like the police, okay, to take care of us, you know, people that we send over to war or we pay to go over to war to, you know, help protect us, teachers, priests, people like that are human. Although to us they are superhuman because we look up to them for guidance, you know, even movie stars, celebrities, but they are human. They have idiosyncrasies and fetishes and sick behavior, just like anyone else who were not held in such a high regard. You know, so when you have our politicians that cheat, I mean, they got dicks. You know, they got vaginas that get, you know, hot too. People who are, you know, embezzling money. But we expect for the person to take care of our money like our U.S. government. I don't want no problems from you, Uncle Sam. You know, but we trust them to take care of us. They're human. We're expecting some person that is human that have all the dirty thoughts that we be having. I shouldn't take this money and build a park. I should take this money and buy me a new Rolls Royce. They have those thoughts too, just like everybody else. It's just sometimes they can't stop themselves from being a bastard. Don't ever forget it, she continued. No matter what they are, everybody's human. For a young black boy, the statement was hard to believe. It was clear that some people believed that they were more human than others. At my new school, Irving Elementary, I developed a crush on a little girl. She happened to be white, but she could have been any color. It didn't matter to me. I just liked her. One day, as a token of my affection, I gave her a scratch board, the kind on which you scribble pictures and then lift up the plastic paper to erase the drawing. She promised to take it home and make it her favorite toy. I was pleased. Shit, you can still buy them things down there to the dollar store. But I don't know how entertaining it is to children that, you know, by the time they have their own goddamn iPad. I don't know how the hell that happened. What happened to the years of Etch-a-Sketch'em? Okay, Rock'em Sock'em, Hungry Hungry Hippo, what is that? Candyland, Monopoly. Not Monopoly, because that shit take way too long. But you know what I'm saying? What happened to games? Now the kids just watch other kids play on the internet. It's the strangest shit. The next day, her father showed up at school holding the toy. He looked mean. You weren't supposed to look at fourth graders like that. He asked the teacher which little nigger had given his daughter the scratch pad. She pointed to me, and he ran straight up to me. Ninja, don't you ever give my daughter anything, he yelled. That really put me back. What the F had I done? Why was he calling me a ninja? Why did he hate me? I mean, I knew it was because I was black, but still, I didn't know why. That shiz is stuff that people like my grandmother warned me about. I also overheard others telling stories, nervously exchanging anecdotes and such. But you don't believe it until you're actually confronted by it. Like a holdup or attack. You see it on the news every night, figuring it's always going to happen to someone else, never you. But then some dude steps in your face and calls you a ninja. If I was 4.5 feet tall, then the girl's daddy cut 6 inches off. Zap. 6 inches of my self-esteem gone. That was my indoctrination to the black experience in America. They don't teach you that shiz in school. But I learned, as every African American does to some degree, that such degradation and assault to one's dignity has gone on since the slave ships brought black people from Africa to this land of equality and opportunity. I couldn't figure out why the teacher didn't defend me. She didn't say a word. My dad went to school the next day and confronted her. I'd never seen him so angry. I loved that he was defending me. How could you do that? He asked. How could you not say anything to that man? The teacher looked down. She shook her head, showing that she too was disgusted at the man, at herself. My daddy gently patted her on the back. They reached some kind of understanding. My brain didn't segregate people by race. My eyes didn't see any one color. One of my favorite activities was going to the movies, where I lost myself in the fantasy projected on screen. My heroes included Tarzan, Rhonda Fleming, Milton Berle, Kirk Douglas, Sid Caesar, and Boris Karloff. I love Jerry Lewis. Me too. I wanted to be John Wayne. I saw the Red Ryder cowboy serials over and over, and one time I went in back to look for Robert Blake's Little Beaver character. I thought I'd be able to find him behind the screen, but the crew chased me out. There were only a couple of theaters in Peoria that allowed black people inside. But then, having paid for tickets and popcorn the same as white people, we were restricted to sitting in the balcony. It was the same as public buses and washrooms, except the odd thing was nobody I knew seemed to mind at the theater. They liked the balcony. The view was good. It was like a party. But I wanted to sit close in the front row. You know how kids are? I wanted to feel as if I could jump into the screen. However, one afternoon, the manager grabbed my arms, yanked me from the chair, and told me I had to sit upstairs in the colored section, he said, up where all you people supposed to be. No, I ain't got to do that, I said. Well, then leave. At 12 years old, I transferred to Blaine Sumner, a primarily white school. By then, I'd given up on acquiring an education. After all, I'd been raped, expelled, abused, and victimized by the sting of racism. What more was there to learn? Have not already done so, please remember to like, share the Facebook, subscribe, and visit uptopbeauty.com. Now remember this: the same people that you meet on the way up will always be the same people that you meet on the way down. My naysayers, my patron loves. You babies, have a good one.